it's Kristin and welcome to part 2 of, I don't know how many parts there will be, of Q&A. I put a picture on Instagram quite some time back. There were lots of questions. I did a part 1, which I will link below if you're interested in that or you happen to have missed that. And I had said that I would do more because there were a lot more questions in that video that I couldn't, there were some more questions listed, a lot more questions on the post that I didn't get to, and you guys wanted to see more of them. So with my question and answer videos, I don't generally get back to every comment like I do with other videos. But I want to say, again, I said this before, thank you so much for the super sweet comments that you left on my first one. It touched my heart, truly. So if you have questions that I haven't answered here, you can list them below, and I will just keep doing these every once in a while. I think I intended to do them once a month, but this might be a little bit quicker than that, but it was just because of the snafu with the footage. Or actually me just talking too much. Okay, speaking of. So I'm going ahead and get started. I'm going to start with a question that was left on that video that I put up below, or was below that video, and this was, she said, another passion we share, and this is from Flory Sparks. She said, another passion we share is our love for sports, especially our home teams. My question is, have you always been a fan, and did you play any sports in school? And one more question, what is something about you that people would be surprised to know? So, I've loved sports since I was born, pretty much. I grew up in, I mean, if you're in Wisconsin, generally you're going to be a Packer fan. That's just kind of the way it is. Born and bred is what I always say, and that I bleed green and gold. So I have absolutely loved sports my whole life. I did play softball. I started playing when I was in second or third grade, something like that. And I played all the way through high school. And in case anybody's curious, I played catcher for most of those years. When we moved, I moved from Pennsylvania to Wisconsin in my senior year of high school. I lived in Wisconsin originally. We spent 5 years in Pennsylvania. Then I moved back here, and I had switched, and because I was a senior and everybody already had their spots and that sort of thing, I was a DH that year, and I played some right field as well. So that's my sports career there. And something about you that people would be surprised to know. I don't know, that's a tough one. I just had to pause for a while thinking about it because I share so much with you guys, like on my vlog channel, that sort of thing. But I would say that most men are surprised to know that I know as much about football as they do, if not maybe a little bit more. So since it was a sports related, we'll stick on that. Okay, so let's go back to Instagram, and the first one that I have there is picking up where I left off the last time. Would you consider leaving your job to do YouTube videos full time? What is your dream job? What is on your makeup wish list? And that was from JCG119. I don't think I would leave my full-time job to do YouTube. I think that YouTube is amazing and a really incredible opportunity, but I just don't think it can, I don't think it can last forever. I guess that's why, and I am too much of a planner and play it safe kind of gal to give up a job with insurance and benefits and that sort of thing to do YouTube. I just couldn't. Am I completely jealous of those people that can? Absolutely. And the other thing is, I just don't know that I will ever be that YouTuber. I'm not the right demographic to blow up like that, if that makes sense, to have that be my income. So, what is your dream job? Something, I would love to be doing something definitely in the cosmetics industry. I would love to be doing maybe some sort of marketing, product development, something like that. I would love to be doing that. I'm not unhappy where I am. And what is on your makeup wish list? Really right now, I'm very curious. I haven't purchased anything from like the Gucci line or the Charlotte Tilbury line. So those two are kind of on my radar as far as wanting to try something in the next year, but I don't have too much of a list going right now. Lutheran Chick 13 says, any creepy stories related to YouTube commenters? How do you deal with trolls, rude comics, etc.? And last, imagine someone hands you a blank check to spend on 5 makeup items. What's on your shopping list? Good gracious, those are hard questions. Okay, any creepy stories related to YouTube commenters? Not really. I get a couple of messages every once in a while, like in my inbox, that I'm like, and I just don't respond. How do you deal with trolls, rude comments, etc.? You know, I don't generally, I've said before, I will only generally remove a comment if somebody is harassing another subscriber. If you want to harass me, that's fine. I don't know, you just have to know that there are hundreds more supporters than there are haters and trolls. I don't like that word troll either. And last, imagine someone hands you a blank check to spend on 5 makeup items. What's on your shopping list? I would say, so, as I said before, something from the Charlotte Tilbury or Gucci line. I'm really curious about that line. Those lines, I should say. CSSTOV12 says, is there one beauty skincare area that you feel really benefits from high-end products? Splurge on this area, even if you use drugstore in other areas. For example, spend money for good eye cream and drugstore blush is fine. Hope this makes sense. Yeah, it totally makes sense to you. I think that skincare is one thing you just should spend a little bit of money on. That's just my opinion. And, you know, Tammy from Uppy Speeds always says this. Don't spend, how should you say it? Don't spend beyond your limit, but spend as much as you can afford. I think she generally is talking about serums, but I just think in skincare in general, spend, you know, if you can spend $20, spend $20. If you can only spend $10, only spend $10. But if you can spend $40, if that's in your budget, then skincare, serums, moisturizers, that's a good place to spend that. That's my opinion. But yeah, I think that there are plenty of decent drugstore eyeshadows and blushes. You just kind of have to weed your way through to find the ones that will work the best for you. For me, it's always about longevity, and that's probably the trickiest thing to find in drugstore products. I think you can find lots of products that will go on and look beautiful for a short period of time, but finding ones that offer longevity, that's the trick. Any advice for getting out of a career you hate? I'm not sure if I should say her name or not. Well, because of the question, but it's what I went to high school, or it's what I went to school for, but now I realize it's not what I want to do. P.S. My husband and I love you and Bob. Oh, thank you. Her name is Stephanie. I won't say her last name just in case, but I think that's tricky. Like I said, I am kind of a play it safe kind of a gal. But I think if you are completely unhappy in what you're doing, you just need to make steps every day to get to a place where you are happy. So if that means that you need to take a couple of classes at nights or maybe on Saturdays or online or whatever to kind of maybe get you set up for going to the career that you want to be in, then that's what you should do. It's funny as I talked a few minutes ago about how I would rather be in a cosmetics. For me to kind of do that, I think I would have to move, and I don't think I'm moving anytime soon. This is Kate Kerr by O'Connell. What sort of anti-aging products and routines would you recommend starting young and early? Thank you, love you, and your videos. Thank you. I feel like eye cream is important to start right off the bat, and I know that many of my beloved friends would say SPF, 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 SPF. I don't spend a ton of time outside. When I am outside for a long period of time, I do wear SPF. When I was younger, I did not, but I also wasn't in the sun as much as my other friends. So I had a lot of bad sunburns, though. Had I known now what I know then, you know. Kate Polished and Gloss, do you have any makeup or trends regrets? I think I talked about that in the last video, and really it's just the brow bone super highlight frostiness. Ooh, that was bad. Jane MC says, you are always so happy and peppy even when you aren't feeling well. Do you ever get in a grumpy, lousy mood? My sister and I enjoy, or she said, my sister, and she names her, enjoy your vlogs. Keep them coming. Thank you so much. Yeah, you know, it's funny because I just vlogged yesterday. I had a really rough day. I'm filming this on Wednesday, and Tuesday I had a really rough day. A lot of things did not go my way, including I got a speeding ticket, which is my own fault for not paying attention. But, you know, and I said in the vlog, you just have to choose to be happy, even if things aren't going well. I don't want to be in a bad mood. Who wants to be in a bad mood? Like, I don't understand that. I don't ever want to be crazy. I certainly get in moments, excuse me, of being stressed, and sometimes it's just too much. But yeah, I just make the choice to be happy anyway, and I love to laugh, and I would much rather be laughing than be annoyed. There you go. Not sure that's helpful. A Tanzil says, how do I keep eyeliner from making me look like a raccoon? Okay, a couple of things that I would suggest if you're talking about, well, I mean upper or lower, but for sure lower if that's what you're talking about. Use your eye primer that you're using on your lid. Put that on your lower lash line as well. That's one thing. Another thing that I've done in the past is when I use a eyeliner pencil, then I will use a shadow over the top of it to help set it and forget it. And then the other thing I've done before is just use shadow versus a pencil. I think that helps things not transfer down a little bit. And make sure you set with a powder that's not going to look cakey underneath your eyes. And I think those things will all maybe help you a little bit. Do you think you would want to have the same makeup collection if you didn't do YouTube? I don't think I would at this point. I just was talking to a friend about this, how a lot of the things I would maybe get rid of out of my collection, but I feel like, oh, well, what if I need to compare that in a video at some point? So yeah, I don't think I would have the size of collection that I do now if I didn't do YouTube. I love my collection, and I'm not ashamed of it, but I just don't think I would have. Your best foundation ever. I talked about that a little bit in the last video. Actually, I talked about, and then I did a top 5 foundation. I'll link that below as well. Are you enjoying your new 2 video a week schedule? Any marriage tips to a new wife? I do enjoy it. Because of having 2 channels, the vlog channel and this channel, it was getting a little overwhelming to have the vlogs up as well as 3 videos a week on this one. And you guys have seen, I still am doing, every once in a while I do 3 videos a week. It just depends on what I have going on. But yes, it does seem to be working out a little bit better for me. I hope that it is okay for you guys as well. And any marriage tips to a new wife? My biggest tip is that I always tell people, and I know other people say this as well, is don't go to bed mad. I'm going to give you more than one tip. Don't go to bed mad. That's my first tip. Communicate. Remember that he cannot read your mind. As much as you want him to, he cannot read your mind. Communicate. Don't go to bed mad. I'm going with 2 tips there. The next one was, how did you know Bob was the one? You know, it's funny. We just kind of knew right off the bat. I talked about this a little bit in my, my previous get to know me's. There were 2 of them that I did quite a bit ago that I'll link below. And I don't know. I just knew within a couple of weeks, really. I don't know. I just knew. You'll just know. And I think this will be the last one because I have no idea how long I've been talking this time. Do you want to travel more, go to Europe or Asia? What is your dream vacation? Do you want to retire from your job anytime soon, like by age 50? No, I don't have any dreams of retiring by age 50. I don't know what I would be bored. So no, I don't plan on retiring anytime soon. I definitely would like to travel more. I would like to go to Ireland, Scotland, England. That very, very much. That's something that I would like to do. And Asia, I don't know. I don't know that I would go to Asia. It scares me a little bit. Because I feel like I could communicate better. That's what scares me, not the country. It's the communication. Like, what if something happens? What if we get lost? How am I going to communicate? So that's really the issue for me as far as traveling other places, that I want to go someplace where I feel like I would be able to communicate. Is that weird? Probably. All right, so that is where I will stop for now. I will just continue to do these, like I said, every once in a while. If you have other questions for me, go ahead and leave them below. And let me know, too, if you like the like once a month idea of this, or is that too much? I'm okay with whatever. Constructive and nice criticism is always welcome. Yeah, so on my face today, before I forget, I'm wearing the Guerlain Tenue de Perfection. I'm just kind of testing through my foundations to seeing if there are ones I really don't like that I can pass along to some other friends of mine. For blush today, I've been wearing this, I am wearing this and have been for quite a few days. This is the Catrice blush in Deux. It's a very simple, goes with anything sort of blush. On my eyes, I have just the Naked Basics. You can tell there's like nothing there. I have a little bit of Urban Decay Demolition in my upper lash line. And my lower lash line, I'm not sure if you can tell or not, but I'm wearing the Marc Jacobs liner in Peridot on my lower waterline as well as my lower lash line. And for my lipstick today, I'm wearing the Chanel Rouge Allure. Is that what this is? Yes, in 93 Exaltee. Looks like that. This is the one that like pops in and out of the bottom. All right, thank you again for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.